Hello everyone, welcome to my new YouTube channel Guru. In this channel, I'm gonna look into data to figure out do analysis of Arsenal performances and team performances, individual performance, manager performance. Instead of giving just opinions, I'm gonna dig into data, dig a bit more deeper, and try to understand what exactly is happening and analyze the data to provide insights. This is a different approach to looking at how things have been going on. So let's get started. So my first video is about how if Arteta compared to Unai Emery has actually um, improved Arsenal's defense. Um, so what I've done is I've tried to collate in a spreadsheet here Arsenal's results this season 20 so we're gonna look into this data. So let me just quickly walk you through what exactly I have put together here. Is simply to look at the defense. I've gone through the results. As you can see in the column A, you can see the match. Column B contains if it's an away or home game. So we can also look at how the performance have been changing over away and home. Also competition. I've added competition because predominantly to do like a fair comparison, as Arteta hasn't really got a chance to manage his team in other competition and pretty much has been taking at EPL and FA Cup. So I'll try to compare the manager performance across different competition. And column D is, as you can probably not see clearly, it's shots conceded at each game and shots taken by Arsenal in each of the games. And the column F is pretty much the difference. Now, before we dive into slicing and dicing the numbers a bit more, let's have a look at the trend of this data over time. Now here I have plotted the same data as a trend line. As you can see, the red ones are the shots conceded and the blue line shows the shots taken. As you can see, somewhere during the initial to the mid of the line, Unai Emery was in charge, and you can see a lot of shots conceded, red line spiking well above sometimes 20 in this case, and multiple occasions we have considered about 20. Since Freddy took over, this had improved, and as you can see in Arteta, it has continued to be remaining below under 20. So this is kind of one of the clear indication that Arteta has been making progress over what Unai Emery had done. Let's now go back to the sheet and let's take a simple average of shots conceded during Unai Emery. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select data of shots conceded during Unai Emery period. The red line, the red highlighted matches are during Unai Emery. The yellow ones are during Freddy's, and the blue ones are during Arteta's. As you can see, the average shots conceded was around 15, with a max of 31 and a min of 1. So average of 15. Let's see how much was this during Freddy's time, and that comes around 13. So pretty much what Freddy had definitely done better. The max count has 20. Let's look at Arteta's time, and that's pretty interesting. That's around 12. So from 15 during Unai Emery's time to 13 during Freddy's, and Arteta's time of 12. So definitely there has been a downward trend. what I would like to see is the shots taken average as well during these different periods. So let's look at this. During Unai Emery's time, we had a 12.7 shots taken, um, total shots basically during his period, and during Freddy's it was 10.8, and during Arteta's time it has around 10.5. So we can see that the shots taken has also gone down. Um, Now I guess this is pretty much because of the what most of the pundits have been saying, as well, that it's because of the Arteta demanding his forward players to also come back, and start help teams, help the defenders out in the defensive responsibilities. So that's kind of also showing up in the number of total shots taken. But I guess this is something Arteta is working upon, and would like to see this get better over time. Um, let's do another thing over here. I would like to just probably only look at EPL, so I'm gonna just go here and select only EPL matches. Alright, so here we can see only the EPL matches, and if we see the same stats for Unai Emery, because now why I'm doing this, because I realized when I was looking at these numbers that Unai Emery had a lot of Europa League and Carabao Cup teams, which are not so great teams. So this could skew the numbers, and so that's why I want to just look at EPL teams. So here, as you can see, the average number of shots conceded has gone up slightly above when we take up any EPL teams. That kind of shows the quality of the EPL teams itself. So it's on 6.7, and for Freddie's time it was around 13.8. That shows he did do some improvement, and it's at around 12.12 for during Arteta's time. So definitely there's a huge drop in how this has improved. We would see probably pretty much the same drop in shots taken as we saw. So 12.4 during Unai Emery's, 10 during, and then 10.25 during Arteta. So pretty much the similar thing. So definitely something which Arteta needs to work upon. One other thing I wanted to see in this data is that how has the how many games have we conceded like more shots than shots taken? Now, as you can see in Unai Emery's time, out of almost 13 games, we have taken we have conceded more shots on 8 games. So 8 out of 13. And if you look at Arteta's, it's probably 4 out of 8 games. So, and we need to understand that that's Chelsea game, which was pretty much we played with 10 men, was like an outlier. So as we can see, it's not only reducing the total shots. We are kind of balancing out the shots conceded with the shots taken, and it kind of shows up in the difference. And as you can see in the column F, sometimes this difference was huge when it was higher. Like for example, this game, Liverpool and Arsenal, we had a 16 difference of the shots conceded versus shots taken. For the Watford game, we had like 24, and I guess this was also a red card, if I'm not wrong. But then Arsenal versus Wolves, for example, was also at 14 shots difference. Leicester was 11. So this difference has pretty much come down to single digits and very close to zero in Arteta's time, except the Chelsea one, which is an outlier, as just mentioned. So, in conclusion, I would say definitely there is a balancing act which Arteta is doing at this point, and probably would like to improve that further. Um, I'll quickly like to look at how our performance have been in home games, for example. Um, so I'm just gonna filter out the home games from this, and let me take a look at this in terms of average shots conceded. Now this is pretty um, amazing that well, not really amazing, but really weird that we used to concede 15 shots on an average, and this has come down to 11 as well. So, and as you can see in the difference column, uh, we haven't been doing so bad at home. Most of the time, we were getting more shots taken than shots conceded. Let's quickly look at how this was in the away. In the away games, as you can see, it looks a bit more bad. So the average shots conceded was 18 in Unai Emery's, and during Arteta's time, it's come down to 13. So that's good. So I think our performances have consistently not only being impacted on home, but also showing up in the away, which is really good. Um, and definitely Arteta has is taking us forward. So that's pretty much it for my first video. Let me know what you think on the comment sections about this video. Some of the things which I plan to do in the upcoming series, upcoming videos, do check them out. Like my video as well, and let me know in the comments if you want me to analyze something else in the future video series. All right, thank you.